another wedding.
How are we going to squeeze into the bridesmaids' dresses this time?
What about that home liposuction kit you hook up to your car?
That's an option.
Or the mail-order tapeworms?
Too slow.
The tapeworms?
No, the mail.
Or we could just stop eating.
Stop eating?
Why do something crazy? When it comes to weight loss, no one has more success stories than Weight Watchers.
You know, there's my butt in that commercial. Yeah, when I first saw that from Weight Watchers, I could identify with that. I think that woman thing, you know, as they used to say in college, Ro, you're not fat F-A-T, you're P-H-A-T. Plenty of hips and thighs. But anyway, however you look at it, we all look at our weight one way or the other. Some say it's not a big deal. Some say it is a big deal. We've been talking to plus-size model Emmy, who says she's very content weighing at 190 pounds. And we've also been talking to Kathy, who says she hopes she never weighs again gosh, you only 150 pounds heavier at one time, and she says she never wants to go back there. I want you to now, let me introduce to you some other folks who are bringing in the conversation. Joyce Vidral is author of Eat to Trim, and Richard Klein is author of Eat Fat. Now, this is going to be a true rumble, because Joyce believes that you can lose weight, you can eat healthy, you can be trim and stay trim, and Richard says, forget about it, order the pork chop and the barbecue sandwich. Richard, you do say eat fat, though. I might be exaggerating a bit. Go for it, you guys. I want to hear a conversation between the two of you that's going to let me understand what your ideas are. Joyce, start.
Okay, I'll say one thing. Even when I wrote Eat to Trim, I found that I was obsessing and keeping my fat too low. If you keep your fat too low, less than 10% of your daily calories, you're going to be hungry all the time. So I actually had to add fat to my recipes. And I found at the end of the day, I wasn't starving. So it is true that we want to eat some fat. However, if you have an organized weight plan that's balanced, the big key is balance. Don't be fooled. You cannot fool Mother Nature. All these things out there, high protein this, high carb that, grapefruit and eggs, forget about it. It's a balance, and it's filling your stomach with enough food so you don't feel like you're starving. The stomach only holds 2 pounds of food at a time. As you all know who know me, I come from a Russian family. We like to eat. We don't want to stop until we can't move. So there are days when I will be eating those extra free foods.
4 pounds of food.
Yeah, I'll stuff when I finish my 5 meals a day, which I'm allowed, I will then eat huge bowls of broccoli, cauliflower, green peppers. It sounds like nothing, but at least I don't have to go to bed early thinking, gee, I've used up my food allotment.
Now, Richard's over there frowning. Richard, that big plate of broccoli didn't sound good to you as a fat man, did it?
Right.
Well, I mean, in the first place...
I'm with you, Richard. Bring on the gravy.
Before I finish, too.
Okay, let's hear Richard
I mean,
say.
why do you have to choose? I mean, why can't we be fat and be thin and be any sort of weight that we want? I mean,
ourselves. I
be
agree.
ourselves.
Wait. Hold the phone. Joyce. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Best that you can be.
Joyce said, talk to the hand.
All right,
talk to the hand.
My turn. You were out here the first segment. Let me just say
Joyce,
this.
I'm going to let you talk, and then Emmy, I want to hear from you. Joyce first. Go.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. Of course, be yourself. In fact, I admire people who could be fat and happy. I love it, but I couldn't do it. I was always making excuses, apologizing, and it was taken away from my creativity and my intelligence. So I figured, let me get in shape, get my weight off me, get it out of the way.
Wait a minute, how was that taken from your creativity and intelligence?
A couple sizes bigger, and she is beautiful. God bless her.
Wait. I want to stop right there, Joyce, because a lot of people reacted to the weight took from your intelligence?
No.
And your creativity?
Yes, let me explain. Me. I was an English teacher, PhD in English Lit, in front of my students at NYU and in high school. Right?
How much heavier were you?
I was 30 pounds heavier. You got a before picture of me. And I, Joyce Vidral, tried to analyze and use philosophy. I even got a quote from the Bible saying, "A physical energy profiteth little, and a physical exercise profiteth little." The body is not what counts; it's the soul. But I knew that unless I got myself in shape so I could forget about food, forget about diet, and do the purpose that God put me here on this earth to do, to teach and to be, an inspiring
You had to get
person.
yourself together first.
I had to do it, and so I found a way to do it.
Emmy, do you think she's a bit obsessive
If
on
you're
that?
happy, God bless you, though. I'm not against that. I agree with you.
Weight is an issue. When
Yeah.
weight is an issue is when we starve ourselves.
Yes.
Weight is an issue when we purge ourselves.
Oh.
Weight is an issue
Right.
because when obesity starts having diabetes, diabetes problems. That's when
I
weight
agree
is
with
an
that
issue.
100%.
From the audience.
Yeah.
However, I think that we've got to really, as I do agree with
Yeah,
everything
we're
you
not
say,
arguing with each
is
other.
that it's balance.
Balance.
And that we as people are endomorphs, ectomorphs, and mesomorphs. We come in all different shapes and sizes.
What do you say here in the audience?
I agree with the lady in the beige suit that
Yeah.
we need to all be different. If the world was all the same people, then it would be boring. And I think that thinking that 30 pounds is like taking away from your creativity and your intelligence is like ridiculous.
But it does, no. Okay, I want to answer that. Okay, no, look, let me explain something to you. I do not think it should take away from anybody's creativity or intelligence or feeling of using their intelligence where it should be used instead of wasting time thinking about dieting. However, everyone out there in the audience should ask themselves, is this 30 pounds draining my energy? If it is, I have the answer for you.
Well,
because
let me
I was
see
there.
if our next
That's
guest is
all
going.
I'm saying
I want
to
to
you.
find. I'm gonna let you continue here, but I want to find out if our next guest ever was obsessed over weight loss, because she's proud of who she is today. She is Miss Plus USA, and she reveals why she believes all women who are trying to fit into a size 10 dress have a distorted sense of themselves and their self-esteem. What does it mean to her to be beautiful? We'll talk to her right after this.